Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode 5 of the Anti-Bias.
Correct.
With me, as always, my mate, formerly known as Ian, otherwise known as Hampo in English and Hampo in Afrikaans.
Yeah.
Like always, a pleasure, my chum.
Cheers, my mate.
Hampy, big weekend of bowls.
Jeez, yeah. Across the nationwide.
Nationwide, plenty happening. And one thing I've picked up in the trends here, it's the same sort of people that you always hear their names.
Yeah.
It's the same bunch
Yeah.
per district that you generally see.
Yes, 100%.
Funny because, I mean, we sort of used to it now in Western Province or in Cape Town that it's sort of coming towards the end of our season. Whereas in Gauteng, things sort of start picking up now because their greens become quicker and probably a bit better, building up to the SA Open.
Yeah.
I've been asked not to name it the Nationals anymore because it's actually the South African Open.
Yeah.
Building up to that, and then they go into their sort of peak season where Gauteng Open's taking place, where we obviously have the bad weather, they don't. So
Yes,
we're getting towards, and they're only kicking off now.
yeah.
So plenty to get through in terms of results.
Yeah.
And I think let's start in the City of Gold,
Yes.
JBA. They had their Pro 10s on this weekend, and the winners there, Josh Turner and Sean Thomas, Mr. Bowles, as he's so fondly known.
Yes. And AKA Shane Lowry.
Yeah, aka Shane Lowry there. Joshy doing well.
Yeah.
Silver medalists was Brian Dixon and Scott Davison from Modderfontein. And interestingly, because these two have played together for many years, Brian's an ex-Protea. And Modderfontein in the last couple of years, they've always used to fall under Ekurhuleni Bowls. And they've now, I think in the last 2-3 years, maybe even 4 years, they've actually gone across and joined JBA. So
Okay,
they
so-
fall under JBA now.
All right. Okay.
Good to see Scott and Brian in the medals. And then our bronze medalists from Morningside as well. John, and I think it's Truan. I think it's John Wenzel. I didn't get Truan's surname.
Yes.
Wasn't on their Facebook page.
Okay.
And the other bronze medalists, Rika Sonnekes and Otto Holiki.
Okay.
And Otto actually played here in the PBA.
Yeah.
He
I recognize him.
won his section, and they play out of Joburg Country Club, I think. They play out of, so it's good to see them. I think someone said something like 12 grand a year membership or 15 grand a year membership or something like that. So
More than Calvin.
more than Calvin. So if you play there, then and if you're not a sponsored player, you're doing all right for yourself.
For sure.
Okay, then we go to their neighbours in the West Rand, Sables.
Yeah, Sables. So we got gold there in the ladies' trips. Helen Jansen, Marianne van der Walt, and Sharon, how would you pronounce it? Kylander.
Yeah.
Rustenburg Bowling Club. Getting gold there. And silver, Debbie Phillips, Leila Snyman, Devon de Jong. Let's make a mention here of these girls and these
Yeah,
ladies, how well they've been doing recently, because I know the three of them also won the fours as well recently, I think.
They won the fours. They got silver now in the ladies' trips. They won the interprovincials, the open interprovincials, and there's something brewing there in Sables for the youngsters coming through.
Just in the ladies in general, that whole ladies section are doing
Yeah,
really, really well. Yeah.
I mean, if you look at, and we spoke about it when we had our interprovincials chat. We said they've got serious experience there with Helen Jansen, ex-Protea, Nikki Neal, ex-Protea. You throw in these youngsters, that's Leila's been knocking on the door for a good couple of years. Devon's knocking the door down at the moment.
Correct. Yeah.
Then you still throw in someone like Bridget Herselman
Yeah, exactly.
into the fold there.
Strong.
Last year's SA national champion. This Sables ladies setup will dominate for a good few years to come.
100%, I agree. Very well done to them. And then we move on to bronze. We've got Tish Olwagen, Monique Olwagen, Jenny Botma from Witpoortjie Bowling Club. Well done to you guys. And then finishing off with Ansi Fourie, Kathy Moritz, Lorraine Coetzee from Krugersdorp Bowling Club. So yeah, well done. Very good. Moving into the men, back on the podium, Robbie Pickett,
Yeah, always in the podium,
Always there.
podium as well.
Lee Barnes and Johan Hamann from Krugersdorp
Could
Bowling
be
Club.
John, eh?
John.
Yeah.
Let's call him John, excuse me. And then it's silver, Kraffie Crawford, Dion Snyman, and Avril Wilkin also from Krugersdorp Bowling Club.
Yeah, Krugersdorp wrapping up the medals in that time.
Very good. And then down at bronze, Craig Nicol, Nooks Poseidonhout, and Andrew Furman from Lisa's Bowling Club. And we don't have a photo for Wilson Mabolo and Stitch
Good in Marcus.
Konomakis and Glenn Minnar from Krugersdorp, also from Krugersdorp Bowling Club. Unfortunately, we don't have a photo for them, but they come away with bronze there.
So I actually had a phone call with Glenn before I had a phone call with Donald earlier. So
is it?
yeah,
Okay.
they obviously having some nice lunch somewhere because it sounds quite festive where they are. I forgot to mention to Glenn that we don't have a picture of them for the medals.
Yes, correct.
I'm going to play the Oyster Classic with Glenn.
Nice.
When I spoke to Donald, I said, Donnie, he said, are you playing with Glenn in the Oyster Classic? I said, yeah, I'm playing. He says, gee, you're running out of people to play with, or So good. Yeah, he's on the podium at least.
Yeah, well done. Very good.
Now Natal Inland, they had their mixed pairs finals on this weekend, and I was watching the streaming, and thanks to Jerry van Rensburg, he actually did the streaming. It was nice to have some live sport on a Sunday or on this past Sunday because we obviously the Masters in Western Province got moved to Monday. The second day too got moved to Monday, and there was no other real sport on because who wanted to watch Chelsea play in the in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and so thanks to Jerry van Rensburg putting up some live balls, and there you've got the winners. In a hard-fought battle, I think it went down to the last end.
Okay.
Keith Harkham and Paddy Forbes from Forbes Mile from Maritzburg Bowling Club.
Yep.
And then for some other reason, Brad and Tara didn't post the pictures of them as silver medalists. But Brad and Tara getting the silver there. They were last year's champions, so they got dethroned this time around.
Okay.
This is your favorite district. So you take us away, Paul.
One of my favorites, yeah. So the EP Bowls district having their mixed pairs finals as well. Coming away with gold back to back. Won it last year and this year again. Ulrich Steinberg and Charlene Collin.
Kulijn. And can I just say something about Ulrich Steinberg? I watched Ulrich Steinberg play last year in the Nationals. I'll tell you what,
Proper.
if he played in a bigger district, with all due respect to Eastern Province, I don't always feel they're as strong as they believe they are in terms of standard. But if Ulrich Steinberg played in a bigger district, there will be he'll be knocking on doors, getting into higher squads. He's a top player.
Yeah. 100%.
And as you said now, going back to back.
Yep. Brilliant. All the way from Graaff-Reinet. There we go. At silver, we got Arthur Langley and Michelle Langley from Uitenhage, winning silver there. Well into
Yeah,
there.
and Arthur, obviously no stranger to medals in Eastern Province and
Been around.
been
the block,
around for many years. Ati, as he's known.
Yes. And in bronze, we've got Mario Agnew and Marlene Jacobs from Albany. And then from St. Francis, Belinda Weddle and Phil Weddle. So well done to everybody there.
Before we get to this Masters, the Western Province Masters, I just want to mention something which I quite liked. And they do it the same way as they do in Boland, is they get to a finals day and then you play round robin. So their finals are knockout till there's a winner
Okay.
in the EP. Well, that's how it was
I
in the
saw
mixed
that.
pairs.
Yeah.
They play round robin. Now, that could either count in your favor or could count against you because, you can have two losses and still win it, or a loss and
Okay. All right.
and still win it.
Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting way to do it, especially, I think, because there's something like Graaff-Reinet. Imagine you have to drive from Graaff-Reinet to Westview to play one game and get knocked out.
Yeah, no, true.
So I think that's why they do it that way. For
Okay.
if I mean, I think logically that's the reason why they do it. There might be various other reasons why they do it, but I think that's the reason why they do it. And it's quite cool. Boland does it. Boland's got their sub districts, Overberg, Winelands, and West Coast, and they play in their subbies till they get to a finals day, and then they play a round robin to determine a winner. Because imagine you have to drive from what's the furthest part that play bowls in? Let's say Vredenburg or somewhere, and you have to drive to Worcester, and you play one game at 9 o'clock in the morning, get knocked out, and you have to drive back.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, sure, that makes sense.
so yeah, now we go closer to home. And we only posted a picture of all the medal winners just because we'll sit here the whole evening if we have to go through each picture. And but I think what a good event. I think, again, you have to ask the question, so the Masters got drawn at various venues. Open was at Western Province Cricket Club. Veterans were at Meadow Ridge, and the Invitational Singles was at Bergfleet. Now, all the finals were at Western Province Cricket Club. Now, some of the players might say, but why, it's dry. But I think from a spectator's perspective, it's awesome. And I think that they trialed it last year at Durbanville. I think it worked very, very well. And they did it again. The weather, unfortunately, kept a lot of people at home.
Yeah.
And I think it was pretty successful. I think it was well run. And I don't think the surface was bad at all. If you look at some of the quality bowls that was played, that men's final was incredible. Kevin Douglas versus Miles Norman, first time in the Masters, incredible. And then the Vets final also good, of high standard with what do they call him? Chalky.
Chalky Marshall.
Yeah. Carl Marshall.
He must have given himself that name.
And the dentist, Kevin Smith. I mean, also a high standard game. So surface running well, lot of spectator value. And if we go look at the results now, if you look at the ladies, the ladies from Igurut, wrapping up 3 medals there. So Anneke Skeepers claiming gold in the last 5 years, in the last 6 years. She won bronze, then she went 3 times back-to-back. She did the 3-peat, and then she got bronze and then gold again this year. Okay. So she quite enjoys the Western Province Masters, it seems. She played Claire in the final. Claire got the silver medal. Michelle Reynolds.
Featuring again. Yeah.
Her name featuring again. Got bronze. And Molo, another bronze. Yes. So 3 out of 4 there for the Goodwood ladies.
Yeah, well done to Goodwood.
You run us through the men there.
Yeah, Open Men, it was a hell of a final for those of you who were able to watch. Again, like Morne said, Miles Norman doing extremely well. I've spoken to a few guys who were involved in that Open Masters, and they had nothing but good to say about Miles and how he played. They said he was outstanding. I thought he brought the absolute best out of Kevin Douglas. Kevin had to really dig deep and pull on all the variety of shots that he had to make sure he came through on top there. So it was a magic final to watch. So yeah, Kevin getting gold, Miles getting silver there, and then Nick Rustling and Francois Klopper. Still, just like Michelle Reynolds, also back on the podium there with another bronze, getting bronze.
Yeah, as I said last week, Klopper is a bit of a single specialist.
Yes, yeah.
I think he learned a lot about himself this weekend. He played Wilfred and was 13-5 up and lost 21-13. So I think he learned a lot about himself, and you learn a lot about yourself in a weekend like that. He's his first Open Masters, and he's only going to come out that stronger. And I thought, he played Armand, so there was a withdrawal. Armand withdrew. Him and Armand at the 21-20 or 21-19 game, and I thought, maybe out of his depth a little bit, and then he started playing really well. And he's one for the future in Western Province. I really think so. I think he's neck and neck with Daniel Vaughan. Yeah. But he's got that little
rivalry going on there.
He's just got that little bit over Dan at the moment. Yes, Dan's got a lot to prove at the Nationals for me to jump back on the Daniel Vaughan horse.
SA Open.
Oh, SA Open. Sorry, my bad. We did speak about it earlier. Then we go into the veterans. veteran ladies. Lydia
Yes.
Maritz, I think she's gone back to back now.
She's gone back to back, yes.
In gold, she played Liz Cape from Bergfleet. A good contest.
Yep.
Liz gave a hell of a run, and Lydia got out of jail there a couple of times. Linda Kronstrom from Belleville.
Yep.
Good to see the Belleville name on the in the medal sheet, on the medals form or on the podium.
Yeah.
And then Denise Kidd from Edgemead, another bronze medalist. So well done to those ladies.
Yeah, then in the men, winning the gold there, Kevin Smith, no stranger to gold medals, doing very well there again in a very, very entertaining game against Chalky Marshall from Constantia. Carl getting the silver, and Etienne Malhaber back in the podium there for the bronze, and Wally Brown from Old Oak.
Yeah, so Kevin Smith apparently just snuck it on shot aggregate against Wally.
Okay.
I think Wally beat him in their first game or something like that. It was Then Wally went and lost to someone and pretty close. But Wally the last 3 years has been incredible. His name is always popping up in all medals. And Etienne Malherbe is a given always. He's the Hooner, the nutty professor.
Correct. Yeah. And let's just say all four of those names sitting up there, you could quite comfortably say all four of them are quite good enough to play in the open side. You're not calling them veterans, eh?
I wouldn't say all four.
I would give them.
I wouldn't say all four.
Opens, we're talking open A's and open B's.
No, you wouldn't put any of them in the open B because,
Pick your best.
not in the B's. B's is for development.
Oh, is that right now? Is that not development?
Well, that's what it should be. But I mean, so these oaks don't need development, they're veterans, or as Kevin Campbell said, seniors, but I wouldn't say all four in the A side.
But all proper quality bowlers.
Two, maybe. So Carl Marshall's gone back to back in silver.
Yeah. Yes.
So happy to see him up there again. And as I said, what a good final it was.
Yeah.
Then we go to the development singles. I'm not going to call it the Masters. In the ladies, all age meet final, Donna McConnell versus Janet Bradbury. Donna won that. Janet in silver. Brittany Clark from, I don't know if she knows if she's from Durbanville or Edgemead, but
Well, she took a photo with the Edgemead ladies afterwards.
didn't she take one with the Durbanville one as well?
Possibly.
I think
saw
she
her
did,
with the Edgemead.
I think she did the double. And then old Dola Blighnout in bronze.
Yes, yeah. Remember. In the men's side, we got Rowan Stone winning gold there. Tandem Raji, the young Tandem Raji, doing well, winning silver. Nick Kambitsis getting bronze, and Brett van Eysen from Constantia winning.
Yeah, I think Rowan Stone just on paper when you saw when I heard that Ryan Treater's withdrawn, there was, I think if you had to put money on, that's a 4-10 horse spell.
Yeah, sure.
That's a 4-10 favourite, as Jason Butler would say, and just too good for that field.
Brett van Eysen having a really good weekend. He lost his final and only one game he lost. His final game he lost by 3 shots and slipped out of the final.
Yeah, so I think Brett's thing is when he won, he also won and he won by 1 or 2 shots. So Ruan already had the shot aggregate way up on him.
Yeah.
And so we can only comment on from what we see on the medals podium. And for Brett to get a bronze there, I think he'll be disappointed with himself if you look at the field.
Sure.
Although Ruan was in his section and he beat Ruan.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see that as a final, Ruan Stone versus Brett van Eysen.
Yeah, that would have been nice, yeah.
Because those were the two players in that. Those were the two better players in that field. So unlucky to Brett that he had to play Ruan, but I believe if Brett was in the other section, we would have seen a final between Ruan and Brett.
I think so, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, well, that wraps us up for the results for this week, Ampo. Up next, and just for those that's wondering, she is a qualified level 2 coach, BSA level 2 coach. So it's not just someone coming on screen and just because I heard there was some whispers, is she even qualified on the weekend? Those cricket club crew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can get quite catty sometimes. So there were some comments made. I'm not going to say who made the comments. This whole week I said I'm going to call them out, and I'm not going to call them out. But for those wondering, she's a level 2 BSA qualified coach, and she can actually she can actually get a level 3, but she'll get there. But we're crossing over now to episode 3 of the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Grip and Stuff.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another segment of Coach's Corner, brought to you by Grip and Stuff. Today is the third part of our 4-part series, where I'll be discussing a third in a 4 side. A third is a jack of all trades. You need to be able to draw, trail, drive, measure, communicate. A third is the gees in the team. You determine how well your team gels, and you also create that positivity in the team. Apart from that, you need to be able to read ahead, call a shot if your skip requires it, and communicate with your front rank. On that note, you need to be able to read your skip and adapt to their needs. Some only want you to answer their questions, where others would like you to call them on every shot. In the first exercise, I want you to use 2 cones. You place them about that far apart or even wider if you want, depending on your level of skill. What I want you to do is drive with your first bowl through the gap, and then with your second bowl, you draw. You repeat that with your third and fourth bowl. This specific exercise is a very good practice for when you need to open up the head and then draw with your second bowl. The second exercise is a trail exercise. You place 2 cones, or you can use alternatively 2 bowls, and then you put a jack in the middle. What you want to do is you want to place another cone about 2 meters behind, kind of to the side. So if you're playing your backhand, the ball's going to bend to that green cone. So 2 meters behind, little bit to the side. If you play that trail shot, I want you to use this cone as a visual object. You want to draw to this cone. So you're playing with 2 meters weight. You're basically ignoring the jack and the 2 cones there. You're just drawing to the green cone. By doing that, you'll play through the head, possibly pick up the jack, and play with the right amount of weight. Your job as a third is not always to get the shot. Your job is to create opportunities for your skip to play those conversion shots. You either draw into the head, or you open up the head for your skip to draw. Remember, follow your skip's game plan, not your own. Your skip is the one that needs to play those crucial last bowls, so it's your job to create that opportunity for them. As a third, not only will you need grip and stuff, but you will also need to mark touches. And luckily for us, Grip and Stuff has also got chalk and stuff. This concludes our third part in our 4-part series. Thanks for joining us, and join us next time for Coach's Corner, brought to you by Grip and Stuff.
Yeah, thank you very much to our Fair Tree PBA Foundation coach, head coach Anneke Skeepers, with another insightful segment. And this one for thirds. Dion Audi taken out there for the SA Nationals or the SA Open taking place. You playing third?
Apparently, yes. I think so.
So go rewatch this, Amber. Get the notebook out.
Yes, I will do.
Just like always, we just like to thank our sponsors and the guys that make this possible for us. And like always, as you say, a big thanks to Bits and Pixels. Not only just, how can I say, your partner in tech when it comes to software and app development and your website and e-commerce sites, but they also do logo and brand identity. They build your brand for you and your corporate identity. And then, like you can see here with our streaming. So they do podcasts and streaming. Pity for them that they've got us on Amper, because they would have been further along, contracts lined up, but they're sitting with us two mugus. Right?
Just proving they can make anything work.
Make anything look good. And then, for those of you that will probably don't know, this is actually recorded let's call it last night. So this is premiering on YouTube. So when you watch this on YouTube, please don't forget to like and share our page on your Facebook or on your socials. But more importantly, follow and like our page on YouTube. That's actually what we're trying to grow. At the moment, everything goes through my Facebook page and onto the anti-bias and then onto YouTube. And we're trying to filter the traffic from my Facebook page onto the Facebook page, the anti-bias Facebook page, and then YouTube.
Great.
So very privileged to have our very first sponsor with us from One for the Road, Joffrey Senecal. Joffers,
Yeah, good evening,
Morning.
Jeff.
thank you very much.
Campo,
Yeah.
pleasure.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for having me. I must just, before we start properly, I just want to say thank you because you've started with Daryl Thorburn as a guest. Hard to go down from there. So you've gone to there. Then you went to Kevin Campbell. Now I'm on. And then I think if Aaron Sheriff on next week, and then you guys are done.
Yeah, the standard's definitely
It's
gone up.
definitely going up, yeah.
Kevin, if you're watching, the standard's gone up again this week. So we're trying to up it. We start with Daryl,
Yes.
as you said, and kept it quite low, although he was very entertaining.
Very, very.
And
Yeah.
I sent him a message last week, actually. I said, Daryl, very privileged to say that you were on the show before Kevin Campbell was. And he said, don't tell him that, I didn't want to be on. You said I need to come on. I didn't invite myself. I said, no, Daryl, don't worry about it, because he's getting a lot of grief because he got on with us. I said, how did you get on? You know nothing about balls. He said, oh, well, no, it's my mate. He invited me.
Well, there's two of us now that know nothing about ball.
Yeah, I think tonight you're here with it like winning 2 caps. One as the owner of One for the Road, and the other one as a bowls fanatic. I mean, you guys doing just the last 2 years, just jump straight into it. And
Just over 2 years, and we both, I suppose, lucky that my wife enjoys the game as much as I do, and we enjoy all the elements of it. Though we enjoy the practicing and the playing and the strategy and the competitiveness of it, but then also just the meeting people from our own club, but also like I think I can count on one hand like a shit game against people that I didn't really enjoy. Otherwise, it's just lack of people.
name
The
them.
banter.
No, I'm joking.
Don't, because I will. But just the banter and the people you meet that we meeting, if you're not when you haven't been in bowls and you come into bowls, you meet people that you would never, ever normally meet in your normal walk of life, where it was your old schoolmates or your work or whatever. But you meet people you'll never meet in your normal sort of day to day. And it's so lacquer to just meet new people, and just almost everyone is just so fun, and the banter is just, I love it.
So there's this age-old thing where people say, I wish I started earlier.
Yeah.
Is that the same with you, Nani?
100%. And I've got mates like, don't let the old man in. Why are you playing bowls? And I'm saying to him, because I'm a little bit older than you guys, but in 10 years' time, when you start playing, you're going to go, I should have listened to you. I should have started earlier. Because it's unbelievable.
And for you guys, it's quite a nice sort of family thing, because you play, and he plays, your one son plays as well.
Yeah, there's a strong view at the club. I'm the third best bowler in our family.
Welcome to my
Same
my
as
world,
you.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely not the best.
No, I'm also not second best.
Yeah, so it's lucky that my wife and I play. We both enjoy it, and luckily she enjoys the social side of it as much as I do. So it's not like, shit, I've got to go. My wife's at home cooking dinner.
Yeah.
It's often the other way around. She's like, let's have one more.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yeah, lucky you.
Yeah, very lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it makes it easier if your partner plays.
Yeah.
I think you're fortunate as well. Candice plays and understands, and I'm very fortunate. My wife can never say no if I say, look, I want to go on this tour or play with these boys, or play, because she'll still be playing in any case.
Exactly.
So we're very fortunate in that.
Yeah.
Get back to the social side of bowls, and I think that's where you fit in really well. Joffrey, the social side of bowls, we're not the best examples when it comes to bowls, when it comes to
No.
let's not talk in bar behavior. We're talking when we're leaving the bar, taking our keys, walking out to a car, and getting behind the steering wheel.
It was one of the most noticeable things, and believe me, I was in the liquor industry for a long time and behaved badly and wrote off cars and all that kind of stuff. But it was, now that I've got this business and I've had it for 15 years, it was very noticeable for me how people will settle in after a game, be flag, social, late afternoon, a classic, a tournament, nationals, whatever it is, SA Open, sorry. And the guys have a full go, and then everyone just gets up and goes, and they drive. And for me, it was scary. And I think I remember phoning you after one or two of your early shows.
When you were still independent after Constantia, yes.
Yeah, and there were quite a few brandies flowing and all the rest. And I was like, Morna, I'm a bit worried. Like, how are you getting home? Because that's
Of course.
our business.
Yeah.
And so there's definitely a need. And I think what people need to understand is we're not saying don't have any fun. We're going, have more fun. Like, you can have a full go because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You got your driver, you just WhatsApp the call center and the driver comes in, he drives you home in your own car.
Yeah.
So we're saying have more fun, just be responsible when you go home.
Yeah.
And because you don't want to have an accident, injure yourself, injure another family or someone else going home, or you get caught.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to be spending a night in jail and have a lawyer it's not worth it.
So,
it really isn't.
So let's talk some myths regarding not One for the Road, but the driver assist services. So
Yes.
a lot of people will say, and I'm going to give a couple of scenarios and
Yeah.
you can answer them. I'm not trying to set you up. It's just
Yeah.
for our viewers out there. It's it's honest reporting, if you want to call it that. So firstly, my insurance gives me, or my bank gives me 4 a year. The difference with you and them is if I have to let you know 12 hours in advance what time I need to go home
If
tonight.
you're with the bank.
If you're with the bank.
Yeah.
Okay. One for the road, how does that work?
1 hour.
1 hour before.
1 hour. If you remember with us, we've got your details. You WhatsApp the call center. Our commitment, because you're paying a monthly fee,
Yes.
our commitment is we will be there within an hour.
So
And if you forget, which we all do, and you say, listen, I actually forgot, I would like, if possible, I'd like to get home as soon as possible. We will make a plan, but we can't commit to it.
Yeah.
But we will try and be there as soon as possible. If we've got a guy dropping off somebody round the corner and you saying I need a lift urgently, we're not going to make you wait for an hour because the he's literally will be there in 5
He's there,
minutes.
Yeah.
So our commitment is within an hour we will be there.
So the other thing is, I think if you go through the bank or your insurance, whatever, it's you pick me up and you take me home. You guys a bit more flexible when it comes to locations?
Yeah, we'll take you wherever you need to go.
So you can go bar in your own car with a
can.
driver.
Yeah. I mean, you have to wait
Of
every
course.
time after that.
Of course.
But yeah, we are flexible in terms of that. And we can write a book about who we fetched where and where we've dropped them off. And who else was in the car that shouldn't have been in the car. Look, we're like a lawyer. We've got a strict confidentiality policy.
NDA.
Yeah, suddenly
India,
Herschel
yeah.
Gibbs comes to mind. But
I didn't say that. But yeah, so for me, the encouraging thing is if you book, you say, right, I'm having fun, but now I need to get home and I'm going to book for an hour. Then for that next hour, you've got no worries. You can have another 3 doubles or another few beers or another bottle of wine. It doesn't matter because you know you're safe when you have to get home. And it's not only what people don't understand. It's not only about when you're at the bowls club. It's when you're out at a bar with mates watching rugby, or you had a dinner with your family, or with a whole boys' night or girls' night. It's not only about being, because I think a lot of people, I don't need it because I drink at the bowls club and I live close to home, which is a lot of that's the reality. Yeah. I don't need it. But it's not only about when you're at the bowls club, it's when you play away. Next thing you're playing in Constantia and you sit at a table with Raggers and he wants to go shot by shot every end of how well he played.
Yeah.
And you're stuck there and you're just smashing a few beers. At least then you can get home.
Yeah.
The same, at the Glen, if you're with Guy Chicken, you get the same result, So it's about book your driver, and in an hour's time he'll be there and he'll drive you home. It's like a chauffeur. He'll drive you home, you sit in the back seat. And off you go.
I mean, we had that night when we did this show from the Glen. And we went from there to Constantia.
Yes.
And from there we went home. And it was so simple, so easy.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people. So what you mentioned is it's not only guys. It's not only meant for when I leave the bowls club. It's
No.
in life,
Absolutely.
and I think that's where sometimes people miss the boat. We're not saying okay, drink and drive because you live close to the bowls club. We're saying think about the safety, not only your safety, because what the reality is, if you drive into someone when you've had if someone drives into you when you've had a few drinks,
You're still
You're
in
in
trouble.
trouble.
You're still in trouble.
and you can't control what other people do on the road. I think a big one, and this is a conversation I had with someone the other day, is I'll just Uber. Now, here's the calculation. So I want to go to town. I live in Burgundy Estate. So I need an Uber.
Where's that?
It's sort of close to Edgemead, Buddhisig. Okay. So I need an Uber to town, right? So now I grab my Uber, and it cost me about $250-300 to get there. And then I spend my evening, and it cost me about $400-500 to get back, because of premium time. So now I've spent $800 to get there and back.
Correct.
So through your service, obviously, I did the math, and it came around about that whole trip would have worked me out about probably $400.
Yeah.
If that.
Correct.
Um,
That's about right.
yeah.
It's good maths.
Yeah, around about there. So
Yeah.
I did the math, and so I said to someone, "And you've got your car, so you don't have to."
Correct.
Because a lot of people say, "I'll just drive there, and leave my car there." Okay, so well, you can tell your
still
insurance
gotta
going to
go
get
the next
stolen. You have to still Uber there or
The next
grab it.
day.
It's about the comfort of it. So when you look at something like I pay per kilometer, okay, but what does it do to your life? The comfort it adds to your life.
I think the for people that haven't used it before, there's a perception that it's difficult to use, that it's complicated, and it's so. I mean, you guys, you use it, and it's easy. It's seamless. You just send a WhatsApp, and within an hour, the guy's there. He sends you a message. He goes, "I'm outside." In an ideal world, you walk out, you get in your car, and the next thing you're at home. The driver's parking your car in the garage, and you wave him goodbye, and his mate's behind him. He takes him to the next pickup. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's not complicated, and I think where Uber has a role to play, if you're close to where you want to go and you can Uber there and back, absolutely. I use Uber myself. But when you're going further, and also like there's some occasions where you don't want to arrive in an Uber. Like if you're going to a mate for a bra, and you've got teenage children or younger children, you don't want to be arriving at a bra on a Saturday afternoon in an Uber with your cooler box.
Yeah. Where does
You know what I
everyone
mean?
sit?
Yeah, exactly. So you just
might
drive
want-
there.
You might want to stop at
and
the
you
bottle
just-
store and the shop
exactly.
on the way there.
So
and all
you
things,
so you drive there like you would normally, and then you just get a driver home, and you all sit in the car and you drive home. And I mean, we got a few boys, and they were growing up. They were strict. They were like, if we were going out, they were like, okay, where's the driver? When we were leaving, they were like, where's if we didn't have a driver, like where is he? So it's about that education thing, and it's the challenge for our business with bowlers that are generally more experienced in life, so a bit older. They set in their ways, and this is quite a big change.
Yes.
Like I've been doing this my whole life. I don't need anyone else to drive my car and tell me what to do and all the rest. But things have changed, and it's just the responsible right thing to do, and it's not expensive and it's not complicated.
Yeah. And then you obviously, we spoke about it a bit earlier with eye on the SA Open coming up now, not only in Durban or Port Natal, but also in Pretoria.
Yeah,
Regions you work in?
everywhere. So we're national. So in major cities. So certainly Pretoria and Joburg, Durban, the Greater Cape Town, the Garden Route. We just need a little bit more time in some of the smaller towns. But generally, pretty much, if you're in a decent sized city, we can help you. So certainly for ladies going to SA Open, and for guys going SA Open in Pretoria, 2 weeks time, we've fully available. I mean, Joburg Pretoria is now bigger than the Western Cape for us.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of members, and the thing is, we will help individuals and we'll also help corporates. So if you've got a company and you want to look after your staff, we can do that.
It's so important, and if I'm not going to mention names, but if I look at the industry I'm in and the culture of the industry that I'm in, we've got a bar inside of our office, a big bar.
A lot of companies do,
And I'll tell you, you can put that disclaimer: please don't drink and drive. We don't encourage drinking and driving. But some of those boys walk out there. And it would be very nice from a corporate perspective to have that facility when you see, listen, guys, but how are you getting on? You know, and looking after employee safety. So from a corporate perspective, I think is an incredible
we've got some big corporates. A lot of the liquor companies are clients of ours, and I mean Heineken, Diageo, the big global. We've got big corporate clients, Samsung, Red Bull. We've got nice global clients, but we've also got small law firm with 5 staff, and we've got the individual man on the street. Like, let's use Raggers as an example because he's a member of Constantia, he's a bowler. He's an individual member. He lives in Constantia and lives in Hout Bay. So we have from individual to our clients got 3,500 clients on our books. So we'll help anybody from an individual right up to a big corporate and all in.
And for our listeners, it's going to start using you now. What time is cut off?
2:00.
2:00 in the morning.
AM, yeah. We'll fetch you after 2 if you phone and book by about 1.
Okay.
Look, for the youth, that's fine. Don't phone me. But so the call center closes at 2:00. Okay. But if you book before, we'll fetch you after 2. And we'll fetch you anytime during the day. So the call center will answer at any time. And certainly over sort of November, December, when it's Christmas parties and stuff, you got guys phoning at 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon going, I've had a lunch already, I'm stuck, I need a lift. So it's pretty much when you need us, we'll be there. And we'll go anywhere. If you give us enough notice, we'll fetch you wherever you are for a fee. Obviously, if you're outside of the normal course of our business, we'll make a plan. We have a can-do attitude. The call center is like, what's your problem? Okay, let me see if we can help you. So that's how we operate.
That's incredible. And something you've been using them quite often as of late, Hampy.
Yeah, well, since we've had the lucky opportunity of using them, for sure.
Yeah, so I've obviously been off the dops for quite some time now. So only jumping back on in about 3 weeks' time. Then I'm back to using the service. But for me now, I don't need it. Heineken Zero is zero for a reason.
Yeah.
And but for us, that's been so helpful, especially after our shows. When we sit in Cairo especially when we used to travel to different clubs.
Yeah.
For me, that doesn't know Cape Town all that well. Taking a chance back is just
no.
Especially from Glen or from Constantia.
Yeah. Look, you don't know when that sort of spontaneous opportunity is just around the corner. So you go away, we go to the Glen, we play something at the Glen, or we go somewhere, whatever we play. It's just spontaneous thing. It could just be meeting mates and having a bounce game or whatever. And you haven't planned anything. The next thing the guys say, hey man, let's light a fire, let's do something, and it just happens. those really lucky evenings, those spontaneous happen, and it happens. So and what do you do then? You're in your vehicle, you don't have the opportunity of using one for the road because you don't have an account with them. It just makes it so much easier.
A big one is, I don't know if you do service out in the basin area.
What's that?
Somerset West.
Yeah, flat out.
That's a big one. How many times have you been there, played out there that way, and you go, let's go closer to home.
And stretch all the way back.
Yeah. So how many times have you missed out on good draws there? We go after the game, cheers guys, and then we go closer to home because of that road.
No, you can get stuck there now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we do sort of if you take Cape Town, if you start at sort of Melkbos and you do like that half circle, Melkbos, Paarl, Franschhoek, Somerset West, Gordons Bay. Back into Cape Town, but then also Nota Kommetjie, that whole the greater Cape Town area, and the same for Joburg and Pretoria, and same for Durban. Yeah,
great.
Brilliant. Now we've launched something for our viewers, or are launching something for our viewers. You want to tell us about that, Joff?
So at the moment, so we have a monthly subscription. At the moment, the entry level package is 152 Rand a month. And that makes you a member, which means you're on our books and you WhatsApp, we've got your details, and we'll be there within an hour. That's our commitment to our members. and then you pay a fee per kilometer to when and we obviously charge you from where we pick you up. We don't charge you from where the driver came from. We charge you from where we pick you up to where we drop you off. Okay. So what we've said is 152 Rand is still decent, but for people with a BSA number, so if you go on to the One for the Road website, I think you'll put it on the
We'll put it
whatever.
on yes.
And then so we'll do a deal for 120 Rand a month. So if you think about it, it's 30 Rand a bowl.
Yes.
You got 4 bowls, $30 a bowl.
Yeah.
I think if my maths is correct. I
Yes.
was sick that day, but 120 for 120 Rand a month. You're a member of One for the Road, and then we'll do it for like 22 Rand a K. We'll fetch you, and 22 Rand a kilometer. We debit your account at the end of the month. So when you sign up, you put in your details, your home address, you put your BSA number in next to your name when you put in Mornay Skippers, BSA, whatever, because then we can pick you up and we can then adjust your price.
Of course.
So we adjust your price to 120 and we adjust your kilometers. And then at the end of the month, we debit your account, send you an invoice. You owe us 250 Rand. We've debited you. So you don't have to pay the driver or have cash or
Yeah, and it's not the
I have
next
my
day.
not the
Yes.
next day or anything like that. At the end of on the first of every month, we'll debit your account. Or if you don't want us to debit your account and you'd rather get an invoice and pay it, that's also okay. Just tell us. We'll send you an invoice. You pay the invoice. It's not. If you've got money to play bowls and have a few drinks afterwards,
Yeah, this is
you've got some money to spend to get home safely.
and that's a big thing. So you're saying we're going to go to I want to sign up.
Yes.
I'm going to the One for the Road website.
Correct. Yeah.
Click on a certain package.
Yeah.
Um,
Whichever package you want, we'll give you a discount. I'm using the entry level package
Yes.
as an example.
yeah. So entry level package, for example, read through what it entails.
Yeah.
When you sign up for that package, enter your BSA number,
Yes.
and automatically you'll have a discount
The discounted
linked to
rate.
that.
Correct.
A discounted rate linked to that for One for the Road.
Correct.
And we're doing that, guys, not because Joffy is our mate and because Joffy actually.
I thought we were, but
I said not only because Joffy is our
okay,
mate,
yeah, okay.
but also because we understand the safety factor, not only for our bowlers but for other people on the road as well.
Yeah.
We don't want to read such horrible stories on social media or on the news
And they are
about
not.
people that we like and care about and
Correct.
that's close to us and close to the bowls community. And so, guys, we really encourage you to take up Joffy's offer. Have a look at the website. We'll post it in the bio. We'll post it in the comment section. We'll make it visible. Go look at the website and sign up. Let's rather be safe than sorry.
Yeah. And also put my number there. If people have any questions or whatever, my email address, my phone number, they can phone me, they can email. No
Anytime.
problem.
You can phone him
not
anytime.
I'm dressed in my One for the Road shirt tonight as if I'm a driver, but I promise you, don't
Anytime.
phone me for a lift.
Especially like between 2:15 and 3 in the morning. That's when he's most active. That's when his phone's on. Yeah, thank you very much, Jovin. Thank you what you've done for us. Thank you for believing in us and in the show
Absolutely.
and jumping on board with us. It's actually been quite a cool ride. You were there when we almost stopped the show, and you were there when it almost when we almost just said we
you were
backing in.
You were quite a motivation at that.
Yeah.
I really, like I'm new. I'm still a novice. I've got another almost couple months to go, whatever. But I think. So I'm not speaking from experience, but it's hooked me, the bowls, but the fraternity, the camaraderie. There's a vibe in bowls that I've played sport in my day, but there's a vibe in the bowls community that. So this is as much as it's a business for me. It's just it's more than just let's just look after and just let everyone be safe and just keep on going. But what you guys are doing, I must say, and I'm not saying it on air or whatever. But it's great. I think bowls need something like this, and I think it's brilliant what you guys are doing. I can't wait to see Aaron Sheriff next week to just ramp it up. But also, can I just say can I give a shout out to my wife who's going on with her team to all the ladies that are going to the SA Open.
Yes,
most of them leaving tomorrow, and I really hope that Annie and her team go further, like they get through their section because. then they'll come home on Sunday,
So you've got a bit of
and
time
I've got a
off
bit
then.
more time for the rest of the week instead of if they want to come home early. So I hope they do well and they can go through.
Yeah. And I think on that note, like SA Open starting on Friday, as you
Yeah.
said, safe travels to all the ladies out there.
Absolutely.
We'll be touching base and linking in with Sam from Sam Bull.
Yes.
She'll be doing some interviews next week, and we'll be updating our Facebook page every now and then with some of the content she sends us
Amazing. Yeah.
from the clubs and interviews that she'll be doing. So we'll try and keep you as updated as possible. Safe travels to all the ladies. Play well. We'll be doing a touch up on some of the results next week Friday, because it will all sort of be at the semi-finals mark next Friday, and hopefully we see a lot of the Western Province ladies in those playoffs and in the medals. I see there's a bit of a thing there on Facebook now, Port Natal versus Gauteng Bulls, which Gauteng Bulls, the official page, is actually after our little ChatGPT shindig has actually blocked me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they've actually blocked me. As if I've went and commented on anything, or we just had Wade. It was all Wade. But I'm the one that gets blocked. So on the official Facebook page, I've been banned. I've got no visual on my personal capacity. When I try and tag Gauteng Bulls official into our stuff, can't do it. So they've obviously put something on there so I can't tag them in. Very mature from them. And any case, so we'll give you some updates. But I see there's some little banter between those guys, Coastal and Inland. And they're only mentioning Port Natal this and Sables that. I think there's a big surprise coming for you ladies from the Western Cape. Hold your horses, boys and girls. It's going to be a wild ride next week. I think the Western Province crew is coming for some medals. They've done well over the last 2-3 years, and it's coming again. Difficult to keep the Sables ladies out of the medals,
Tell you,
but
they are riding a crest big time right now.
I think the province ladies are coming for some heads.
Yeah, and again, right, go and enjoy it, play well, but most importantly, be safe. If you're a strange part of the world, you know the right guy to get in touch with to get you home safely.
Yeah, well, use one for the road, guys. Although the women don't actually stay after nationals or SA Open. I remember when the SA Open was here, the ladies SA Open was here 2 years ago. My mom was actually playing in it, so her side came from Pretoria and played, and I went and watched them at Edgemead, and sat in the bar. They finished the game, sat in the bar waiting for them to come into the pub, and she just popped her head and said cheers, and there's not a single team stayed. They all just went home. So SA Open ladies is maybe not the market Joffy's after, but definitely the men, all Cape and SA Open men's.
Well,
But-
we know one or two ladies that'll have a few afterwards, and
Yeah, we do, but it's a handful. It's only a handful. But yeah, Joffy, thank you very much coming all the way here from Sea Point
No problem.
and making time and enjoy your dinner tonight. You said you've got a dinner party on. Hampo, like always,
yeah,
honor and a privilege, my friend. Next week we go again live,
yeah, definitely. And enjoy your weekend. I believe you're going to a wedding.
going to Tyler Pritchard and Gillian Young's wedding in Wilderness.
Yeah, congrats to Tyler and Gillian. I hope your wedding goes well. All the best for that day.
Into those, there's a lot of bowlers going to that, so you guys going there. Safe travels. I'm in the car with the Vaughan brothers, so I'll be safe as the eldest. I'll be in the back seat taking a
Or
nap.
Stevie will drive and Dan will sleep.
So would I. Any case, guys, thank you. Enjoy the long weekend. Remember to subscribe. Remember to like. Remember to share. Joffy, my friend, thank you very much
Lovely.
for coming through.
Lovely.
And thank you for your
Thanks,
support
Joff.
on the
you.
show.
Thank you, guys.
Hampo,
Thank you.
like always.
Always good, pal.
And good night, guys.